Wow, look at that. It's quads.
Well, I saw the 10, and I thought that might get Velasco in trouble, but the ace actually might save him.
Yeah, I mean, Velasco, as you can see, is way, way behind, you know, and normally hitting one pair would be a real problem. I expect him to lose some more chips here, but I'd be surprised if he lost too many.
Habernig's so tricky. Doesn't slow down, bets. There are so many players who would check that back. And Velasco calls. He's going to take one off. Once again, Habernig raised on the button. Velasco not giving him credit for an ace, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm in Velasco's seat, I'm thinking my pair 10s is the best hand pretty often.
Unbelievable. Another ace on the turn. Habernig now with quads. And more importantly, Velasco might think his two pair is good.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not giving Habernig credit for an ace when there's one on the board. When there's another one on the board, I'm less likely to give him credit for it because there's that many fewer aces left in the deck.
Habernig bets 132,000. Velasco quickly calls. Wow, this pot.
And look at Habernig. There's just no way to look at him and think he has quads. He's not showing any emotion.
That turn really doesn't mean anything. I mean, unless, of course, it was a king or a jack. But if you're Habernig, how much do you bet? And if you're Velasco, are you just calling down anything?
If I'm Velasco, I'm probably going to check call here. At least I'm going to check call most bets. If I'm Habernig, the question is just how much do I think I can make it and still get that call? Now, I don't know that my opponent has the 10. If he knew that Velasco had a 10, he would probably make a big bet.
You probably assume that your opponent has a 10 or maybe a spade draw, right?
Well, exactly, but if it's a spade draw, you'd want to make a small bet and try to induce him to check-raise bluff. If he has a 10, though, you want to make a big bet because you figure he's going to call.
Wow! Look at that. Unbelievable. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but a bet from Habernig and all in from Velasco, which is just inexplicable.
All three of these players fit the bill of champion to me. Hollink raises. An extra 25 with pocket kings. See
wow,
what
it's
Stevic.
a huge hand.
See what Stevic has up his sleeve.
Wow.
Ace queen. Oh, strong hands.
This is going to be a big confrontation for sure.
No one's going to back down. Stevic won't back down an ace queen. Hollink has got pocket kings and he calls all in. Stevic calls with a nod of the head. Hollink shows his kings. And Stevic's head is on the block again, but the axe is yet to fall. Let's see if it's going to be any different this time, John. Hold your breath again. 3 players left. We could lose Stevic. Oh my goodness. Quad kings. It's game over.
Now this is going to be interesting. After what happened last time, if you bear in mind that Testude had the pocket kings last time against ace king.
Well, this is very dangerous indeed. Tavernier's hit his trip 4s, and Testude's hit the top pair, so Testude's going to think he is absolutely set adrift in memory bliss here, and he's not.
I think Tavernier's going to smile and move all in.
Wow, just call it.
He's trapping his friend.
Such a nice thing to do to compatriate. Someone you respect, somebody you trust.
Testude's going to hit another. Oh, wow.
There you go. It's all over this hand. But let's see how much chips Tavernier can take, because quad 4s here in the European Poker Tour. But Testude thinks 2 pairs, king kicker. Here we go. Tavernier checks the quads.
Ooh, Testude comes out. He's obviously thinking that his aces and 4s with a king.
It's not a bad hand by Testude. He's not gonna put Tavernier on quad 4s. This could be serious damage.
He's going to be suspicious now, though, Paul. He's going to be very suspicious now.
Well, no card was going to make a difference whatsoever. If the ace had come out there, Testude would have been throwing all his chips into the middle.
David says he's all in.
It's a call of 65,000. Testude's called it. He wasn't that suspicious, John, and he is going to see his friend Tavernier turn over quads.
Wow.
Hand over. There's very little Testude could do about that.
Got Seiver just called the all-in of Greg Dyer. Seiver tables pocket jacks. Dyer with 2 overs holds ace-queen off.
An Ivy League matchup here. Brown looking to knock out Harvard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, put that one in the middle, because that one's coming this way.
Seiver looking for his first bounty of this tournament. Here's a flop. Jack 4 king. Seiver with a set. Dyer with a Broadway draw.
You know what it takes to be the illest? It takes that.
Seiver called with Jack just before it hit the flop.
Turn card now.
That's the river again.
And there's a 10, and Dyer hits his straight to grab the advantage.
No, it's just not been going well for me.
Dyer back off the mat. He now needs to avoid the board pairing to survive.
And a jack of clubs as Seiver brings down the big hammer with quad jacks to put Dyer on the outside looking in.
Looking at Alex Gomez, and he's got the suited connectors there. 9-8 of spades. And he's going to put a small raise in there.
And Aguad looks down at pocket jacks. He's got to like the look of those.
Now, Gomez made it 5,100 to go. And Aguad is putting a really small raise in there. He's made it up to 10,000.
You know, I like the fact that he decides to re-raise, but I don't think that's enough of a re-raise to get Gomez out of there. And against a good opponent like Alex Gomez, you want to re-raise a little more than that.
Well, Gomez calls, and the pot balloons to nearly 25,000 in chips. And these two players have been bantering all day long, but they're going to battle it out in this hand. Here's the flop. Wow, look at that. It's quads. Jack, Jack 7. Couple of spades out there. Believe it or not, Gomez is not drawing dead.
No, so although we have a quad for a quad, Gomez has the 10 of spades for a straight flush possibility.
And Aguad is going to bet 10,000.
Which is more than I would have expected him to bet there. I mean, you know, it's still a somewhat strong bet, and I mean, he did flop quads.
Well, the action is back to Gomez, and he has a gut shot straight flush draw, and you wonder what he's going to do. Well, this is his answer. He's going to raise it up to 43,000 chips, and of course, Aguad is going to quickly call, and that's going to put Aguad all in. Gomez probably thinks he's in pretty good shape, but he's about to see some really bad news.
All he has is the 10 of spades for a straight flush, which makes him a 5% underdog, but still holding on to the possibility of winning the hand.
Hey, when your opponent has quads, if I have any chance of winning the pot, I'm happy.
I love this guy. You gotta love him. I mean, you just gotta love him. I mean, how could you want to eliminate this guy?
And Gomez, of course, even smiling, even though he's going to lose a monster pot in all likelihood. Well, that does no help. 9 of diamonds does not help Gomez at all. He needs the 10 of spades and only the 10 of spades. He has a 2% chance of winning this pot. Aguad had under 6,000 in chips earlier. Now he's got a chance of getting over 111,000 chips. Of course, Gomez had over 85,000 in chips. Now he could be down to almost 30,000. And it is a spade, but not the 10 of spades.